Tango down.
This map's called WMD, but I've been here all day and I haven't found a single one. The show must go on. Let's keep looking.
Alright, so the WMD is a medium-sized map. I'm actually a big fan of this map. Another Snowtown level. This spot right here is pretty nice to hold for a little bit if you're trying to hold off some troops and make your way into the back of C. Always watch the top area. Those top rafters, there could be guys up there at any time, and I highly recommend always checking. There have been times even when I'm in my own spawn, surrounded by my own teammates, and a sniper's been sitting there the entire time. Working this incline, this little slope right here is nice. Kind of doing a bunch of circle strafing around this slope, and this wall right here has saved my life a couple times using this little barrier on the left. Right now I'm going to make my way inside and try to hold C. This window right here, if you crouch and aim at this corner, you can get a lot of kills if they're pushing that way, and they will push that way eventually if you take C. Claymore in this door is a good idea as well. See? Boom. Someone's up there. How did he get up there? I don't know. Who is he? Who knows? But he was up there, and if I was outside, he probably would have shot me in the back of the head. So, there's another reason why you go inside the building.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
These steps are pretty dangerous to go down. A lot of times I go down these steps, I'll end up dying because there's someone who pops around the corner or someone who climbs up this little ledge. But if you take the outside route, see how I'm putting my back completely against the wall and scaling the very edges of the map. Classic concussion grenade kill. Right now, I don't know if they're going to be coming around the corner. So move into position. Now that I have some backup, this wall right here proves some good cover, and making your way up to this top second story, you can get a lot of kills, especially if they only have A, especially in a domination match. This map is the most effective on a domination map. You can run these tactics and strategies on, say, a team deathmatch or a free-for-all match, but what I'm explaining in this lesson is more based on domination rules and spawns. Right now we're on B. I cannot let my enemies take B because it's so difficult to get back. So the fact that my team has B means that this spot right here is prime location to hold. If you have B and C taken and all they have is A, this is the spot to be. Has great cover, and if you see, you can shoot in between these two bars, the bar and the drum right next to it. Love this spot. It gives you great cover. Claymore in this spot will be nice. If someone tries to run around the corner, they'll get blown up because they'll try to run around and spray you. But watching this long hallway right there is the whole point of that spot. Getting that spot, though, can be tricky, so make sure that if you have good enough intel, you can usually know where they are, but in this situation, flashing right in front of that area. So anyone who's standing where that guy is standing, back here, will instantly get affected, and then you will also know that they're there. If you throw a flashbang around a corner or a concussion grenade in front of a doorway and you get a hit marker from it, that means there's someone in the doorway looking straight down there. So you kind of get an idea of what's going on, even though, let's say, they have a radar jammer, or if you don't have a UAV up. Here's the whole thing in action, holding this point right here. There's going to be two spots you're going to have to watch out for, straight ahead right there and right here to the left. When you're holding this spot, you should keep both eye lines in sight so you'll know which way they're coming from. Don't get too much of tunnel vision. The thing is, if you back up slightly, you can look down this hallway and you can concentrate on it because the people from the left, where that noob tube came from, they won't be able to shoot you unless they run right straight in front of you. But in this position, my right is completely exposed to that long hallway, so you gotta be careful with that. This is the other side of things. If someone's in that position, I just told you, this box right here is the best bet to fight against it. Flashbang and concussion grenading to the very back of the room is also a good idea. Also, I've read some of the comments and people don't like that I spray my gun too much. They say I should burst fire more, but I agree. Shooting someone from a distance, burst firing is a good idea, but I find that my technique works. I've had many different encounters where burst firing would have gotten me killed,
Friendly spy plane inbound.
but that's a lot of guys, and it doesn't really matter what gun I had. I probably wouldn't have been able to survive no matter what. I need to be shooting all the time, forever. Constantly spraying bullets all over my enemies, putting as many on target as possible in the shortest amount of time. That's why I use Scavenger Pro. That's why I use Sleight of Hand.
Spy plane standing by. Our spy plane's in the air.
It's my playstyle, and it works for me. So, if you guys have other playstyles and besides burst firing that you want to recommend, then go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know. This room's really nice right here. If you lay down at this spot, you can shoot straight into this doorway, and it's difficult for them to hit you, especially if there's dead bodies in front of you, because you can kind of use them as visual cover.
A secure.
Looks like there's guys all over C right here, and they're just going to become dead bodies soon.
Securing Bravo. Spy plane standing by.
Spot right here is kind of nice. The corner gives you good cover. See, I thought that guy was an enemy. See, you got to always check up there. Always. Again, this spot right here is a prime location for getting high kill streaks, depending on where they're spawning and where they're coming from.
All areas secure. Hold your
Kind of trying to entice them. Hopefully they'll come that way.
plane inbound.
Looks like they're not. From my minimap, we are dominating the enemy team, so they're going to try to push the way I just came. All right. That about wraps it up for WMD. Remember, the long hall next to B is very powerful. That's the dark inside building with a long hallway that also has eyesight to the left of B. If you hold that correctly, you can pretty much protect B from anybody, and you can win the game. Not only win the game, but get very high kill streaks while in the process of winning that said game. Also remember, C is much easier to hold than A, so if you have a choice, then I would take C and let the enemies have A. This way you can also hold the position talked about in the first point. And lastly, always check the catwalks. Always check them. It only takes a split second to just look up there, have it in your peripheral, but people will constantly go up there, and they might not get high kill streaks, but they might end yours. So keep an eye out. That's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm D from Mahalo Games. I'm signing off from Tango down. Have a good one.